U.S. economic data this week. On Tuesday, we have building permits as well as housing starts. And then Wednesday, we have the Fed rate decision. Thursday, jobless claims as well as Philly Fed manufacturing index, services PMI, manufacturing PMI, as well as existing home sales. Now, this is just the economic data, but what key events are actually the ones that we have to pay attention to? NVIDIA press conference happening on Tuesday. This is going to be big. Fed policy decision happening on Wednesday, as well as the Powell press conference, Micron earnings, and a couple of other things that we have to pay attention to. Then Thursday, IPO for Reddit. This week is going to be absolutely nuts. Plus, the initial jobless claims on Thursday, services, manufacturing, PMI, existing home sales, of course, like we just talked about, Nike and FedEx earnings. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today, we have a ton of stuff to cover, and I'm happy to be back and talking with you guys. It's been a long weekend. I've been pretty busy. I got that crypto video out the other day. I recorded it late at night without the webcam on. It would have just been too dark. I was extremely tired. Edited it, got it up yesterday. And at the end of today's video, I want to touch a little bit on crypto and where I am looking to put that crypto portfolio into, what coin, what I'm looking at, what's happening with Bitcoin, where it's going to go. That's going to be the last touch on the video. But overall, we need a brush on AMC and GameStop before the week starts, as well as the overall market, and kind of prep you guys for us to make some money. So without further ado, hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn post notifications on. Let's get into it. Okay, so after all of that news that we just talked about that we have to pay attention to coming into the week, it is going to move the overall market. The past 2 days, you can see the volume picked up heavily on the SPY, March 14th as well as 15th, and we got a sell-off to the downside. So a lot of people are selling in anticipation of what is about to happen this week. Now, this is just the Friday heebie-jeebies or whatever you want to call it. It is still holding very high support levels, so don't be too worried on the SPY. Plus, a healthy correction after this much gain, this much momentum will be good, starting the week right around 509.83. However, analysts at JP Morgan cut their price target for the S&P 500 to 4,200, representing a potential downside of 18% from current levels. Now, this might scare you, but I want you to note that this means absolutely squat. Your guess is as best as their guess, because all of these banks, every single bank was wrong on their price target for the SPY for this year, for the end of the year, right? Nobody thought it was coming up to the levels that it's at right now, or at least that's what they wanted you to think. Okay, let's jump into the meme stocks. You guys remember this? 3 meme stocks to sell in March before they crash and burn. This is exactly what they said before AMC and GameStop ran to all-time highs. Now, I'm not saying that is essentially what's going to happen, but there are a few things I want to talk about that makes it look likely. First, this article coming out 2 days ago by Investor Place, they say Rivian, GameStop, and AMC are the ones you have to sell, quoting, Ryan Cohen's turnaround hasn't gained traction, and popcorn might help, but won't relieve its revenue and profit concerns, which Ryan Cohen's turnaround has gained traction, and GameStop is about to report earnings, and it's going to be talked about. And AMC is doing other things besides popcorn, so I don't know where this article is trying to go. Now, we need to start this off with GameStop's chart, because GameStop has a shot at getting this Hulk dick candle to start the week. This climb much higher from where it's trading at right now. Because if we're tracking the previous cycles and every single cycle overlaid alongside Bitcoin as well, I want to talk about later in the video. If they play out, this is what you're going to see. This is where GameStop is, and you're going to see that nasty move higher. So this is one thing to note. Fun fact, GameStop is the stock that the float has been traded the most, 83 times since 2020. GameStop stock, the entire float, has been traded over 82 times since 2020, which is insane, especially seeing that we have long time frames of insanely low volume. GameStop is starting the week at $14.24, down 2.67% on Friday, entering back in this demand zone. And we have a good shot, depending on what happens with the market, for our meme stocks to rally and go to all-time highs. Now, the on-balance volume is nearing 2021 levels right before AMC ran to its all-time high in June. Is this a tinfoil hat theory? Well, yes. However, maybe not. Take a look at this comment under this. I mostly follow AMC quietly and have noticed that the daily on-balance volume have been recovering, and it's now just around 5 million worth of the volume away from reaching its May 2021 level of 278 million, where it went on its monster June 2021 squeeze. AMC just needs a positive day of over 5 million volume to reach that on-balance volume level, so I suspect shorts attack over the next couple of days leading up to FOMC meeting on Wednesday. If the meeting isn't perceived as bearish on the markets, I bet AMC could rally to reach that OBV level. Anyway, that's my game theory for next week. Take this with a grain of salt. But he's sort of right. If you come take a look at AMC's chart, we had this nice move higher, which we've been tracking right here, and you could potentially see that sell off, which is still in store. However, we saw that nice volume pop on this move higher, trying to break out of this parallel channel, and they dropped 316,000 short exempts on it. So dropping short exempts, attacking it into FOMC week is something that we just read about, right? That comment that we just read about. So it's somewhat accurate. So I just want to put this on your radar and have you take note of that. Coming into the week, you're seeing 26,000 calls compared to about 20,000 puts, not much happening for AMC. And then 30,000 calls compared to 5,000 puts on GameStop. Short exempts were also high on Friday as well, 15,000 for GameStop. Now, to start the week, what are we looking at? We're looking at crypto. We're looking at the overall market. We're looking at catalysts, but we are also looking at Tesla. Just like we said, Tesla is holding up right here, going to get rejected right around 164.30. Just like it held up slightly back here on this last sell-off before crashing down even further. I still think Tesla's coming down to between 154 to 147, and those are my price targets on Tesla. Easy puts, easy money, all in my opinion. Nothing I say is financial advice, but keep watch on Tesla. Also coming into the week, keep watch on Nvidia because they do have that meeting, 878.37. Slightly getting a hold on the support level. If we break below and close under that, chances are Nvidia is coming down to 775 and or lower, all the way down to about 670. If we break above, I'm watching for a double top around 950 before entering puts on Nvidia as well. Crypto, where am I thinking about moving this money? What's happening with Bitcoin? What are my thoughts? First of all, before we get into that, I dropped a Bitcoin video yesterday. Make sure to go watch that. It's a short video. It's 5 minutes. And also, guys, pop in the Discord. Come talk with me. Come talk with the most amazing people, stocks as well as crypto, all day long. We have the best vibes in there. We post our gains, post our losses, and talk stocks. I also post my trades in my personal portfolio, which I will be taking more trades potentially this week. I may be entering those Tesla puts, and I may be entering something else. So get in the Discord if you want to know my trades as soon as I take them. Also, you're grandfathered in at this price forever, and we are going to continue to grow as a community. That is something to note. That is the second link under the description, and the first link, guys, download Moomoo, open an account, and deposit any amount. If you've used my link to open an account, make sure to go deposit into your account before the month of March is over. They're giving you up to 15 free stocks, 8.1% on your uninvested cash, so when you're not trading, you're earning 8% on that for 3 months, and then 5.1 for the rest of the time being. These are crazy benefits. There's no reason not to do so. There's no reason to leave your money sitting in a bank account. If you want to get rich, you need to take the risk, and it is what it is. Those links are in the top of the description and pinned in the top of comments for you guys. Now, $88 million leveraged Bitcoin positions were just liquidated in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin is selling off. Positions are getting liquidated. People are getting shaken out of their positions. Now, I know you've heard the term, well, Bitcoin ran 6,000%, then it ran 600%. It's going to run less this cycle. This is nothing different. That might be the case. And if that is the case, this is what I want you to watch. If things play out identical, which they very, very well might not play out identical, but with what people are saying, it's going to play out identical to the previous cycle. If the previous cycle plays out, this is something that you're coming to see. You're seeing it retrace down to about 60K on Bitcoin during this pre-halving retrace. Post-halving, you're seeing a top of around 80 to 82,000 on Bitcoin. After that, you're seeing Bitcoin nosedive until the end of the year, until about 44,000. And then next March of 2025 to April, you're seeing it come up to about 86,000 to top out. After that, we don't know where it's going to go from there. This is what the cycle would look like if it played out the exact same. So this is just something to note. As of right now, what are my thoughts on Bitcoin? My thoughts are it's selling off over the next week, maybe 2 weeks to pre-halving retrace. I'm adding more Bitcoin potentially, not trying to super over leverage, although I do have a decent amount in Bitcoin. And then post-halving, in April, around April 30th to early May, Bitcoin's going to reach all-time highs right around 78,500 at minimum, which I think is going to come within a month, month and a half, at minimum 78,000 to anywhere between 93 and 101,000 over the next couple of months. That is my outlook. If it plays out the other way and gets smacked, capped out at 78 to 80, then you're going to see a hard sell-off. If it hits 80 and breaks back under 69,000, chances are it's going to drop even further, and that is what I'm watching. Ethereum, if you're an Ethereum guy, Ethereum is actually going to be looking worse. Ethereum would have already capped out if the cycles played out the same, and it's coming down to 2,300 right now as we speak. That is what you're looking at. Then around October, it would come back up to test all-time highs right around 42 to 4,300. That is what you'd be looking at Ethereum. Now, what crypto am I watching? I'm not in yet. Just to put this out there, BOME. BOME. Watch this one, guys. It's brand new. It's been pumping, and not a lot of people have it on their radar. BOME. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Thank you so much for the support you guys show me. I hope you've taken something out of this video. I want to make some money together this week. Let's get financially free together. Have post notifications on and subscribe to the channel on your way out. I love you all. Lottery Socks out.